Well, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and we're off to the doctor's. When I say 9 o'clock, that's early morning, or in our terms, middle of the night. So we're off to get blood tests done and see what it's like in the doctor's. We are in the process of applying for the Spanish health system through our S1, retired old person, old crony type form. That's one of the things that's in process. So what we're relying on at the moment is our private health cover, which we paid a fortune for to cover us for our NLV application. So we're making use of that and getting these checks done this morning, and anything else that we think of health-wise while we're under the cover. This is heading towards the town of Benidorm itself, and this is one of our favourite little shops here. Well, when I say little, I mean big. Cost 2. There's no association with Costco there, but Cost 2, very original name. One of the things we're still applying for is exchanging our UK driving licence for Spanish ones.
We are now out of the clinic. As you can see, we have our little bandages on. Just across the way there by all the lovely palm trees, that building there, that is where we have to go in a few weeks, because that is the Spanish healthcare system's clinical centre. Our S1s have been authorised, but the next stage is to go in there and register with the doctor. We are going to go across to that brunch restaurant, which is a bit in the shade actually, but we've never been before and we've heard good reports.
We're having a little trip to Benidorm. I know that's unusual for us, and there's the bull look in the distance. And we've got a few things to do in Benidorm. One of the things we're going for is to finalise our wills. We've hopefully overcome the problems that we had in France, where it's forced heirship and you have no control over your property and what have you. Here we're doing an English will and a Spanish one that covers the English will. So hopefully that'll all be sorted and all right. We're going for some bits of medical things, checks, because there are lots of English speaking hospitals and clinics and things there. So take advantage of that and the private medical insurance that we've got. We got word about our driving licence. We have to surrender our UK licence and pick up a Spanish one. We've got through the paperwork side of that, and we'll be going to hand over our English licenses soon, and then you get like a paper certificate to cover you till you get the new one.
The other thing that we are going to do on this trip is stay in a bungalow on a camping site. We've never ever done that before. It's always been hotels or Airbnbs, things like that. But this is a place called Camping Arena Benidorm, I think. And it's quite reasonably priced for the 2 nights. I think it's something like €152. Here we are on our second day in Benidorm, just outside our little home here. We've been to collect the wills, which was the main purpose of this visit. So they are signed, sealed, delivered to us. So we now have wills in place. We just need to cancel the ones in France. Now, when we arrived yesterday, unfortunately, it was a bit of a iffy start. We went to our accommodation and discovered we had some ants. Not just a couple, but there was quite a few running around. So Andrew went to the reception and reported it. And the receptionist initially said she would send a maintenance guy to have a look. He came along with his powder, but really it wasn't good enough. So Andrew said, "Can we have another cabin?" she gave us another cabin. He went along to check, and unfortunately that also had ants. So we both went back to the reception, and credit to her, she got in touch with her boss and we got this cabin here, which is a lot nicer, no ants. We'll put a video link somewhere up here of the inside of this one as well. But we were very happy with the end result, so fair play to them, they did solve the problem. It's important to remember that if you are going to apply online for your driving licence exchange, you need to have a Spanish bank account for the payment. Otherwise, you'll have problems. Now, I've got a Spanish Revolut IBAN, so I was fine with mine, but Andrew didn't.
A Spanish IBAN is a thing over here. It's not like in the UK where you want to pay for your driving licence, your passport, something official, whatever it happens to be. You can just pay with any account from anywhere, as long as it's in pounds, doesn't matter. That doesn't work here. In Spain, if you're paying for something legal, something with the government, you've actually got to have a Spanish IBAN. We've got a French IBAN from our French account. You couldn't pay for it with that. So we had a lot of trouble. Hence, mine was delayed longer than Elaine's because I couldn't pay the 28 euros or whatever it was fee to get it done. So we had to wait until we opened a Spanish bank account in my name to be able to pay for the driving license. And briefly, opening a Spanish account wasn't easy. You have to prove your ID, you have to prove this, that and the other. We tried a couple of banks, couldn't do it, had loads of problems, ended up with BBVA, so we'll see what they're like. But it's just to let you know, if you're doing this, be prepared to try different banks. It might not work first time.
Shadows on the floor. I feel her. Midnight on the avenue. Smoke curls, I'm seeing you. Black nylon in the light. Moving slow, she owns the night. No name, no face, just eyes. You pull me low. Black night love in the night. Got me caught in your side. Feel you move through my veins. Whisper soft, say my name. Black night love, take control in the dark. Lose my soul. I don't know where you've gone. Still I chase black night love. Streetlight flicker, you appear in the silence, always near. Lips don't move,
What an
but I
end to our 2-night trip away to Benidorm. It is now 12:30, and we're walking back.
Way past our bedtime. Yeah, we've
And-
seen a Bruno Mars and a Michael Jackson tribute. Fabulous. Really enjoyed it.
What we want to say to anybody who hasn't been to Benidorm or is put off because of,
It's come to Benidorm. Come to Benidorm.
it does
Give it a chance.
get a bad name, the rowdy part, but this trip we've actually stayed more or less in that area. But I have to say, I would come back here.
Some of these performances that have had the flags out, and there's Argentinian, British, Scottish, Russian, all sorts of people from all over the world performing and contributing to a great night's entertainment.
Just all coming together.
And just wonderful, man. Wonderful.
I think that's the end of this video. Hopefully in the video there's been little helpful bits and things like that. But
Hope we haven't bored you.
But until the next time, whenever that may be, we shall say hasta luego.
Adios.
Adios.
España, two Jordis in the sun.